You know, shooting a movie on these streets is tough work. Hi, I'm Samuel L. Jackson, and this is A Night to Die For on CBS.
Hot town, summer in the city, back of my neck getting dirty and gritty. Bend down, isn't it a pity? Doesn't seem to be a shadow in the city. All around, people looking half dead, walking on the sidewalk longer than a match, yeah. But at night it's a different world. Go out and find a girl. Come on and dance all night. Despite the heat, it'll be alright. And babe, don't you know it's a pity the days can't be like the nights in the summer, in the city, in the summer, in the city.
Tonight, you'll get an exclusive preview of the biggest, baddest flick on the block, Die Hard with a Vengeance. A movie I have a certain fondness for since I'm the co-star. Now, you got about 10 seconds before those guys see you. And when they do, they will kill you, you understand? You are about to have a very bad day.
Tell me about it.
You may be wondering, well, what happens in Die Hard with a Vengeance? Well, here it is.
Despite the heat, it'll be alright. And babe, don't you know it's a pity the days can't be like the nights in the summer, in the city, in the summer, in the city.
The film just starts and just takes off and just flies.
I want to play a game with Lieutenant McClane.
What kind of game?
Simon Says.
Die Hard 3 is ostensibly about a guy by the name of Simon who comes to town supposedly to exact revenge.
Who are you? Somebody I sent up? What'd you do? Shoplifting, purse snatching, cross-dressing, what?
We set up that he does things simply because he has absolutely no other choice.
If we don't do it, this guy says he's going to blow up another public place.
Why me? What does he got to do with me?
I have no idea. He just said it had to be you.
I thought this was a currency exchange.
Oh, I think we'd go straight to his throne.
It's nice to be needed.
Uncle Barry?
One of the things that attracts me about Simon is you spend the movie finding out what makes him tick, what he's about.
Simon Says. Get to the paper in Wall Street Station by 10:20, or the number 3 train and its passengers vaporize.
He sets up these very strange and witty kinds of riddles for us to solve, or else a bomb will go off. Where the hell are you going, McClane? I know what I'm doing. Not even God knows what you're doing. Are you aiming for these people?
No. Well, maybe that mime.
Oh, dear. It's 1987. Bruce Willis puts on John McClane's badge, and boom! Audiences fall in love with the character. Die Hard changed the action genre forever, and cops in movies have never been the same.
I made the choice to play John McClane like he's a regular guy. John McClane, NYPD.
Are you all right?
Yes. Laundry day. Not a superhero.
Come out to the coast, we'll get together, have a few laughs.
An ordinary guy thrown into extraordinary circumstances.
Send the police now!
John McClane would be a nightmare football player. We'd have all this chaos.
There's a bomb in the trash can! Get a bomb!
And then the last second, he'd come back and win the game.
Well, if John McClane were a headliner in Las Vegas, of course he wouldn't have to do very much because it would be a spectacle. There would be a lot of explosions, a lot of excitement.
Back! Back up! Back up! Now!
It certainly would be a big hit.
John McClane is tough. Make a great defenseman.
McClane patterned his swing on the hose after my skyhook, but actually he didn't get enough elevation. Form wasn't that good.
At first I thought, great, John McClane's coming back.
Geronimo.
Then it hit me. Lives are at stake. Property's destroyed when he's around.
Okay, here's the deal. McClane's got to go
90 blocks in 30 minutes in New York traffic.
Now what he's got to do, he's got to take off and...
Sir, I'm a cop. I'm a cop. I am requisitioning these cops for official police business.
He comes past the park. Takes a shortcut. Gets right by the subway over. Bang, he's right in there.
Get out of there!
My favorite scene is probably in the second one. The scene when they're on the conveyor belts of the luggage department.
I like the scene in the first Die Hard film when he first confronts the villain and doesn't really understand that that's the villain.
Hi there. How you doing?
Oh, please, God, no, you're one of them, aren't you? You're one of them. No, don't kill me, please, no, please. Don't kill me, please, please,
Whoa, relax. I'm not gonna hurt you.
All of my favorite scenes from the Die Hard films are when Bruce has his shirt off.
My favorite scene is when he went through the glass.
Shoot the glass.
You can imagine the kind of pain.
He's barefoot and glass cutting your feet, and he was still off in there getting busy.
Well, when that plane lands on the building, oh, that's True Lies. Sorry.
To this very day, I mean, people come up to me and they, they want to talk about Die Hard. They want to talk about the Twinkies.
Powell here. Yeah, take that Twinkie out of your mouth and grab a pencil, will you?
They loved it. They said, hey, name the ingredients of a Twinkie.
Sugar-enriched flour, partially hydrogenated vegetable oil, polysorbate 60.
I admired Die Hard 1. I thought it was a wonderfully crafted film.
I don't have any favorite scenes from Die Hard because my mom won't let me see the movie.
By the time the smoke cleared from the original Die Hard, Hollywood studios were rushing to copy the style and attitude. We've asked a friend for his perspective on those other action movies.
The category tonight, top 10 signs you're watching a bad action movie. See, that's what happens right after you pledge that bad fraternity. They take you downstairs and you're watching a bad action movie. Here we go, number 10. The hero keeps screaming, "Ow, that really hurt." Number 9, it's based on a story by A.A. Milne. Number 8, instead of Jean-Claude Van Damme, Jerry Van Dyke. Number 7, the hero's giant biceps are obviously just Kaiser rolls taped to his arms. Number 6, it's Speed 2 starring Marlon Brando as the bus. Number 5, every time a vehicle explodes, you can see the Tonka logo. Number 4, at climax, Schwarzenegger says, "I may or may not be back." Number 3, only action is Letterman dodging pancakes. Oh, my God, look at this.
Whoa, Dad!
Yeah. Number 2, hero's romantic interest is inflatable. And the number 1 sign you're watching a bad action movie, the villain is played by Richard Simmons.
Thanks, Dave. And now for a political analysis of McClane's impact on crime fighting, here's our special panel.
Welcome to the McLaughlin Group. Issue 1, the war on crime. Why can't Washington handle crime like Hollywood? Freddie the Beetle Bonds.
Just send in John McClane from Die Hard. If he runs for president, he'll win it all.
What do you think, Elena?
Oh, wrong once again, Fred. Sure, he'd be a great asset in fighting crime. Just look at his record. But president? Come on.
Clarence Page.
John McClane for president would be a stroke of genius. He'll create a lot of jobs in health care.
Interesting point. Morton.
This guy is dangerous. He gives new meaning to the phrase, "There's been a crash on Wall Street."
Thanks for the tip, Mort. I'll tell my broker. That's it for the McLaughlin Group. Next week, Campaign 96, otherwise known as True Lies.
Making a Die Hard movie is like a circus. Explosions, car crashes, gunfire. Check out these incredible challenges the filmmakers faced.
The first film, for the most part, was, you know, really a camera following me around for about 10 weeks.
Okay, pick him up.
I chose to do a lot of my own stunts and jump around and crash through things. It satisfied that little 9-year-old kid who wants to go out there and play Army.
We have to periodically run downstairs and apologize to the lawyer beneath us, saying we're about to fire machine guns. You excuse us.
You had this feeling that you were doing this atomic movie.
Tell me you got that.
The second film was probably even harder because they chose to shoot it in snow.
Okay, let's go.
We had to chase around the United States looking for snow in a year that we didn't really have a lot of snow, so we went to some pretty extreme places.
Keep moving around, folks. Keep moving around.
I think for the crew it was much tougher because they are all Southern California wimps and they couldn't take it.
It was the event of shooting Die Hard 2 that became your life.
And there's armies, there are hundreds and hundreds of technicians and trucks rolling around, crews setting things up. It was just massive. It was just massive. I was in awe.
Bruce Willis wants to do his stunts himself.
Bruce is... okay, let's do it.
All right? Yeah.
This, the last film, Die Hard with a Vengeance, was probably the most physically challenging because I am 40 years old now.
Now we're in show business.
Bruce wasn't necessarily the first choice for John McClane. Take a look at some of these other screen tests we've dug up.
How can the same thing happen to the same guy twice?
How could the same thing happen to the same guy twice?
Could you repeat the question?
How can the same thing happen to the same guy twice?
How can the same thing happen to the same guy twice? It's not like the audience is wondering that.
How can the same thing happen to the same guy 3 times? It's a John McClane hat trick.
How can the same thing happen to the same guy twice?
Visualize me in an undershirt. How can the same thing happen to the same guy twice?
How can the same thing happen to the same guy twice? Yeah. Oh, that was good. It's a gun. It's a gun.
Baby, come on, baby, come to Papa.
Come to Papa. Come to Papa.
Come on. Come to Papa.
Come to Papa.
Come to Papa.
Come to Papa.
Come to Papa. Please.
Come to Papa, baby.
Yippee-ki-yay, 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 yippee-ki-yay.
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 As mayor of Los Angeles, it's with great pride that I proclaim today as John McClane Day. Yippee-ki-yay.
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 Yippee-yippee-ki-yay.
Yippee guy. Oh, dear.
Saying that line would violate all the federal, state, and local statutes against obscenity.
Wait a minute. I can't say that. I'm not old enough to see the movie. I can't say that.
Bye, Bruce.
A subway like this one is the setting for one of the film's most riveting sequences. Shooting the scene involved some of the most dangerous stunt work ever filmed. Come on.
Simon Says, get to the payphone next to the news kiosk in Wall Street Station by 10:20, or the number 3 train and its passengers vaporize.
McClane has gotten out of the cab that we commandeered and gone down into the subway. He's on the subway trying to find the bomb.
Go now, please. Go now. Don't hit this. Watch out.
We actually built our own subway station and a subway train.
This building here is surrounded. I mean, do you think you're in the subway? Do we think we're in the subway, or do you know about the building outside this?
We laid a working track probably about 1,500 feet. The station is about 300 feet long, and of course the train runs out the door on both sides.
We had to figure out how to make a subway car fly off the tracks and skid sideways down a platform.
People here, people here, people here, but nobody out in there. Back it up, would you, Fred? And then we have people scattering. Maybe we can grab a couple people up on here. Some people get caught up on there. Plus, there's going to be more stuff in here. There's going to be.
You were worried about, you're afraid you'll hit the car in there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you were pretty slow when the car got through, see? Yeah. Faster? Okay.
Do it. You're no longer going to have to act. It will be a save-your-life situation from this point forth. This train will now go 45 miles an hour all the way up to here. We've got another consideration on this, is we now have this train full of people, which is an additional amount of weight. I don't know how much he's going to be able to stop this train. We're going to do a test with it first, see how it feels to the driver, because he is actually putting the brakes on the train.
Can I see it again?
I want you all to be aware that not only can it come around this way, and the whole act stops, maybe it won't.
That's where we have explosions, where it's going.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, it looked fine. Yeah, it looked fine.
Come on down here. So give me a grouping right in here of 4 people. Mix it up.
Yeah. There's steam coming down there and here, and all the spark hits off these lights. All these lights.
If some of this stuff comes off the ceiling, gets tangled up in your legs, and down you go, there's no way we can stop it.
And there'll be glass breaking off those bulbs. Yeah.
There's an area underneath the car that has 4 big sets of truck tires. If you get a leg under there, you're in deep trouble.
Making some final adjustments on the train.